John would not forgive me if I didn't say it, because he fought for the rights of others. I too have fought for the rights of others. It's my passion to fight for the rights of those who are vulnerable and cannot provide for themselves. So I want to say that yes, we have that hospital there, but I think it's just a monument. Something has got to give. You cannot take a CBC and it takes 24 hours for you to get a result, and you are in 6B, National Specialized Hospital, and then the tests, if you want blood work, they will tell you, we can do this one and we can do this one. The rest of them, please go outside and do them there. But it's called the National Specialized Hospital.
The former IGG, the Inspector General of Government, MULYAGONJA, came out to reveal that when his husband was on the deathbed, he suffered a lot. They didn't get proper health care in MULAGO Specialized Hospital. Yet, almost they had everything, be it money, be it connections, but they failed to get better treatment in Uganda. Very many opposition figures have come out to talk about the dire situations of our health care, and we keep a deaf ear. And what drives me crazy is, despite having a dire health care, those in government live in opulence. They spend a lot of money. They get bigger packs. They get fat salaries. When they get sick, they go outside the country, yet our health care continues to suffer. So when IGG MULYAGONJA came out to reveal this, I was scared as a layman who even doesn't use those special hospitals. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the statements which were made by IGG, the former IGG MULYAGONJA, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to show that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And for watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. One, like it or not, our healthcare in East Africa is one of the worst. If you compare it to Kenya, Tanzania, it is the truth. Even doctors in Rwanda get a proper pay more than what is happening in Uganda, yet we have a bigger budget. Okay? And if a privileged person comes out to cry foul that he has not gotten better treatment in a specialized hospital like MULAGO, despite him having some finances, what about a layman like me who goes to Chirudu and other facilities? If you have never gone to a government hospital, you don't know what you're talking about. First of all, government hospitals, an hospital like Kirudu is so congested that even the doctors get overwhelmed. Yet we clearly see people taking billions in bad things, in federations and others. Okay? So when IGG MULYAGONJA came out to speak, he spoke from the heart. And for me, it concerned me. The State House budget is bigger than that of MULAGO Hospital. The staffs in State House are more over than what is needed in MULAGO Hospital, which is so unfortunate. It comes even at a background where in Luwa Hospital, trillions of money are being sunk in, yet there is no value for money. Okay? So, before I proceed, I want to play a tape of IGG MULYAGONJA speaking about this. I want you to pay attention because it's going to form a basis of our discussion. It's going to be a video of almost 4 minutes. First, listen to it. Here's the tape.
I have a story that I can tell about what I called our hospital tourism, because we started in IHK, then we went to Zambia 2 times, then we went to MULAGO, then we ended up in IHK. I'm in Mkwaya General. That is over a period of only 2 months. And why did we move from hospital to hospital? We started at IHK. The costs was insurmountable. On my own, could not bear them. And I could not start, I am a judge of the Court of Appeal, the Constitutional Court. I could not start going to ask for money to look after my husband. I had to find a way of looking after him. So we kept on going lower. We left that hospital. We went to Nsambya Hospital. It had also become, I thought Nsambya was a place where we could find refuge. It had also become more expensive. We left it and went to MULAGO Hospital, and I can write a book about MULAGO Hospital. It's called a specialized hospital. But it comes to a point, and this speaks to health care in this country. Let him who has ears hear. If on 6B, the private wing in MULAGO Hospital, the government of Uganda can fail to provide you with a shot of insulin, and on the same 6B, you can fail to find an NG tube. You know an NG tube? These tubes they use to feed people. At the end of his life, Mr. Kafukoza failed to eat. But you can come to a day where they tell you, oh, we are going to put an NG tube. Someone comes in the morning and says, oh, we'll put an NG tube. He disappears. The next person comes on duty and says, oh, we are going to put an NG tube, and he disappears. Then finally in the evening, someone comes and says, you know what? We don't have MULAGO National Specialized Hospital. And I have to say this, John would not forgive me if I didn't say it, because he fought for the rights of others. I too have fought for the rights of others. It's my passion to fight for the rights of those who are vulnerable and cannot provide for themselves. So I want to say that yes, we have that hospital there, but I think it's just a monument. Something has got to give. You cannot take a CBC and it takes 24 hours for you to get a result, and you are in 6B, National Specialized Hospital, and then the tests, if you want blood work, they will tell you, we can do this one and we can do this one. The rest of them, please go outside and do them there. But it's called the National Specialized Hospital. It's supposed to be, I don't know what to call it. That is what it's supposed to be.
That is IGG MULYAGONJA. So if you want to tell me that a justice of the High Court of the Court of Appeal, former IGG, because IGG even have a better retirement package, goes to IHK, a private hospital, fails because of bills, gets to Nsambya Hospital, fails because of bills, okay, gets to MULAGO Special Hospital, and basic things are not in the hospital, like catheter and others, like insulin, they are not there. Yet he has the capacity of even buying from outside the country. What about my grandfather in the village? What about a layman in Kampala, if he faces the same situation? Would even be able to survive for more than 1 week? And what pains me more that our leaders don't prioritize what we need. They prioritize on stupid things. A while ago, Honorable Semjigona Nganda read about the budget, the minority report, and leaders were living in opulence.
I will go to MULAGO Referral Hospital to compare. MULAGO operating at 49% human resource capacity. In this report, we compare MULAGO National Referral Hospital and State House, President's Office, staffing levels. Both State House and President's Office employ 3,000 staff, while MULAGO has 1,308. Total number of staff required to run MULAGO is 2,649 members of staff, but only 1,308 have been recruited, which is 49% of the total requirement. MULAGO needs 1,338 staff to operate at full capacity. The list below shows the critical staff missing at MULAGO Referral Hospital. I don't have to go through the whole list, but you can see. This is where all of us go when we have problems. There are no staff, there are 90 cooks. Deliberately, I think the ones who uploaded did not put, but I wanted to summarize so I don't take a lot of time.
Few weeks back, General Kaguta Museveni gave each and every member of parliament 100 million. There are 500 and something members of parliament. Maybe for 70 billion or so. That can build a hospital. In fact, I'm of advice of saying that a hospital like Chirudu must be replicated in each and every division of Kampala. Chirudu is not so big. Chirudu, by the way, they built it at a tune of 150 billion and the price were hiked. That is small money for healthcare. Okay? How can you tell me that State House has over 1,000 workers? Yes, MULAGO Hospital works with less workers. All they need is an extra of maybe 120. Okay? So our leaders don't prioritize what we think is right. So if a person like IGG, because at the basic standards, a former IGG has a fat salary, is a judge of the High Court. At least on the standards, there are not very many people who get such a salary as IGG MULYAGONJA. If he comes out to cry, what about your grandmother? So I keep on telling people, until people become politically conscious, it's going to be a cycle of bad leadership, of bad service delivery. In fact, even a debate must arise. Some of these services must be devolved so that each and every county or district works on a healthcare system, because diseases which affect people in Gulu are not necessarily the same in East, are not necessarily the same in North. Although there are some similarity in diseases, but each region may have its own budget about health. Okay? It's the reason that's why you must go in a protest vote. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Nange benjagala obulungi.